Studio One is an American radio-television anthology drama series, created in 1947 by Canadian director Fletcher Markle, who came to CBS from the CBC Radio. On April 29, 1947, Markle launched the 60-minute CBS radio series with an adaptation of Malcolm Lowry's Under the Volcano, broadcast on Tuesdays, opposite Fibber McGee and Molly and the Bob Hope Show at 9:30 p.m. Est. The radio series continued until July 27, 1948. Showcasing such adaptations as Dodsworth, Pride and Prejudice, The Red Badge of Courage and Our Wilderness. Top performers were heard on this series, including John Garfield, Walter Houston, Mercedes McCambridge, Burgess Meredith and Robert Mitchum. Moved to television. In 1948, Markle made a leap from radio to television. Sponsored by Westinghouse Electric Corporation, the television series was seen on CBS from 1948 through 1958, under several variant titles. Studio One Summer Theatre, Studio One in Hollywood, Summer Theatre, Westinghouse Studio One and Westinghouse Summer Theatre. It was telecast in black and white only. Offering a wide range of dramas, Studio One received Emmy nominations every year from 1950 to 1958. The series staged some notable and memorable teleplays among its 467 episodes. Some created such an impact they were adapted into theatrical films. William Templeton's 1953 adaptation of George Orwell's novel 1984, starring Edie Albert as Winston Smith, led to the 1956 feature film version with Edmund O'Brien in the principal role. Reginald Rose's drama 12 Angry Men, about the conflicts of jurors deciding a murder case, originated on Studio One on September 20, 1954, and the 1957 motion picture remake with Henry Fonda was nominated for 3 Academy Awards. Sal Mineo had the title role in the January 2, 1956 episode of Reginald Rose's Dino, and he reprised the role for the movie Dino. In 1954, Crime at Blossoms, scripted by Jerome Ross, was given an Edgar Award for Best Episode in a TV Series. Nathaniel Hawthorne's granddaughter received a plaque in recognition of her grandfather's writing achievements, during the April 3, 1950 telecast of The Scarlet Letter. The Night America Trembled was Studio One's September 9, 1957 top-rated television recreation of Orson Welles' radio broadcast of The War of the Worlds on October 30, 1938. The cast included Alexander Scourby, Ed Asner and Warren Oates. James Coburn made his television debut, and John Aston appeared uncredited as a reporter. In one of his earliest acting roles, Warren Beatty appeared in the bit part of a card-playing college student. Another notable presentation was an adaptation in 1952 of the medieval mystery play about the birth of Christ, The Nativity, based on the Chester and York mystery plays of the 14th and 15th centuries, reworked into Elizabethan English, with musical accompaniment by the Robert Shaw Chorale, and presented during the Christmas season of 1952. This was one of the few medieval mystery plays telecast on commercial network television. The cast included Thomas Hardy Chalmers, Miriam Wolfe, Herd Hatfield, and Paul Tripp. During the 1953 presentation Dry Run, whole sections of a submarine were built inside the studio and the entire cast was nearly electrocuted when water that was being used for special effects got very close to power cables. Worthington Miner, Martin Manulize and others produced. As spokeswoman for Westinghouse, Betty Furness became strongly identified with Westinghouse products, and she also was seen in 8 Studio One dramas. The show's musical directors were Milton C. Anderson, who also created music for Playhouse 90, and Eugene Sinis. The show's run ended when Westinghouse switched its sponsorship to the Westinghouse Desilu Playhouse, which premiered in 1958. The series finished at number 24 in the Nielsen ratings for the 1951 season. Lost episode. For years, the second half of the original TV production of 12 Angry Men was considered lost. However, in 2003, Joseph Consentino, a researcher-producer for the History Channel, discovered a complete kinescope of the Studio One production in the home of the late New York defense attorney Samuel Leibowitz. Consentino was researching a History Channel documentary about Leibowitz, and the discovery was announced by the Museum of Television and Radio. A third-season episode of the ABC legal drama Boston Legal, Son of the Defender, used clips from the two-part Studio One episode, The Defender, February 25–March 4, 1957. Featuring William Shatner as an attorney joining his lawyer father, played by Ralph Bellamy, in the defense of a 19-year-old, played by Steve McQueen, who was accused of murder, utilizing clips of the older show for flashbacks. The Boston Legal episode portrayed Shatner's Studio One character as a young Denny Crane trying his first case alongside his father. Many Studio One episodes are available for viewing at the Paley Center for Media in New York City and Los Angeles, and some are available through Netflix. Awards and nominations. DVD release. In 2008, Kochvision released the Studio One anthology. Episodes include 1984, The Arena, Confessions of a Nervous Man, Dark Possession, The Death in Life of Larry Benson, Dino, Julius Caesar, June Moon, The Medium, Pontius Pilate, The Remarkable Incident at Carson Corners, The Storm, The Strike, Summer Pavilion, 12 Angry Men, and Wuthering Heights. The episodes contain the original Westinghouse commercials. Bonus features include the Studio One seminar from the Paley Center for Media, an interview with director Paul Nickel, footage from the Archive of American Television, and a featurette on the series. The episode 12 Angry Men is also included as a bonus on the Criterion Collection DVD and Blu-ray releases of the 1957 film. Amazon.com is also issuing several made-to-order DVDs of episodes not included in the Kochvision anthology. Listen to Wisconsin Public Radio, Studio One, Babbitt, Studio One in the Internet Archive's Old-Time Radio Collection. Watch Studio One. Westinghouse spokeswoman Betty Furness explains UHF and demonstrates the UHF adapter. Studio One. Opening scenes of The Laugh Maker with Jackie Gleason and Art Carney.